right, you're gonna love this story. This is a story of drunken debauchery, a robbing and a mugging, and some other various bad things. All right, so I got stuck doing the 6 or 7 month tour. The multinational force observers. We were stationed in Sinai, fucking Egypt. And we would spend 1 month on sector, 1 month back at South Camp. And sector sucked. Basically, it's a desert, but it's not like the desert, like sand desert. It's a desert which consists of, or sounds like you're walking across a field upon field of broken fucking china. It's all this shale, it just fucking sucked, man. Yes, camel spiders and scorpions, and we'd have them fight each other, and usually the camel spider would win but die later, but you know. And I know people are like, that's cruel, you're making animals fight each other. Fuck it, I don't care. We were bored. I was the field sanitation guy, so I had to put chlorine in the water supply, and then I had to fucking burn shit all day. So that sucked. I built a pisser, burned a lot of shit, and you know, the first tour out in the sector, you know, my squad leader was all freaking out. Everyone was having some severe issues. But then, you know, when he finally realized that we're way out in the middle of nowhere, nobody's going to come here unannounced unless there's an emergency, just chill out. So, you know, I walked around in a Speedo and flip-flops with a hat on. It's my uniform of the day. And I'd be walking around, you know, with the flip-flops, burning shit, you know, fixing stuff, working the generators, you know. And then I'd go back and be a lifeguard for 2 weeks. Then we have 1 week off. And then we'd have 1 week to gear back up, or guard week. And then we go back out the sector. I volunteered for, they have this competition, it's like Best Warrior, but it's a competition between all the different NATO countries that are participating in the MFO mission. And the team to beat are the Fijians. For whatever reason, those guys were just superhuman. We had 2 4-man teams. You know, I was on the primary team, and we have to run through this obstacle course. It's like an 8-foot wall, and you get done at the end, and you shoot your fucking weapon, and then you do a force march. And, you know, I got pictures and stuff of that, but, you know, that's back when I was motivated. So we finish, we could do the competition, we finished, we don't get first, but we get second, third. So we basically, we couldn't defeat the Fijians that won last time, but we killed their second team. We decided, you know, because we're at North Camp, they have the competition there. We're leaving the next day, we're going to do a thunder run, which basically we go to every nationality bar, have 2 or 3 beers until we get to the end. There was the Fijian bar, the Colombian bar, the Dutch, the people from Holland, German, English, and there was a couple other ones. So by the time you get to the end, you know, you've probably had 14 beers, plus people would buy you beers, because when they found out you were on the MFO, they'd buy you shit. And like the English bar, you have to drink it. They buy it for you. They sit there and watch you drink it, or it's an insult. And one of our guys, his name was Crowley, big black guy. And we're like 2 bars from the end, and you know, Crowley's running his mouth and being a dick. And he was a big guy, like 6'4", kind of, you know, very imposing. Well, the bartender calls the Fijian police to come escort him out. So I'm standing there, I'm like, all right, you know, the MPs are coming, what are they going to do? Okay, there was no talking. These Fijians walk in there, they have these huge fucking, I don't know if they're rattan sticks or whatever, bamboo of some type. No words were spoken. They just walk up. Crowley's like, what's up? And they just beat his ass down. You can hear like the meat, and we just and they drag him out. They don't even handcuff him. They just throw him in the back of the Jeep, and 2 guys sit on him, and they just drive off with him. And I'm standing there holding a beer going, wow, that escalated quickly. So we go to the last bar, you know, and I'm fucking 3 sheets to the wind, you know. I'm walking out the back door just pissing, and they're like, hey, you got to get you guys out of here. You guys are fucked up. Well, I have like this really weird ability. Like, I know when I'm gonna fucking pass out. So literally, like, in my mind, I can hear like, 5 minutes till shutdown. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna pass out. So around the soccer field, they have this fucking thick fucking hemp rope. It goes all the way around. And I'm like, okay, if I hang on to the rope, I can make it all the way. And then I just have to make it across the basketball court. And then I'm right into the barracks. So I'm like, damn. And I can hear in my head, 2 minutes till shutdown. No, please, God. Like literally, I make it to the end. I'm like halfway across the basketball court. And then the whole world just goes sideways. And I'm laying on my back. And I guess I must have passed out because I remember I'm sitting there and I look up at the light and then I look down at my watch and I look back at my light and I look down at my watch and it's 3 hours later and these guys are standing over me. I don't know who the fuck they were. And they take my fucking watch and just leave me there. They fucking rob me. Like, God damn it. I like that watch. What are we going to do? I couldn't identify them and, you know, I was drunk. So I get up, I stagger, you know, to the barracks. You know, there's one of the sergeants just throwing up down the side of the building. A couple guys in the team, they weren't even in their fucking beds. They didn't even make it to their bed. You know, I get up on the upper bunk. I go to sleep, and I'm on, like, the rubber mattress. I am so fucking drunk, I piss myself. What are you going to do? It happens. You know, I was 19. What do you want from me? So I take off my underwear, you know, and I just throw it over the side, and I just go back to sleep. I wake up, I put on my fucking, dry pants, and I look over, and there's Sergeant K, and he's got my fucking urine-soaked underwear on his face because he was off the side of the bed. So I'm like, I probably got to pick that up. I pick it up and I throw it on the floor. He never even knew anything about that. I never told him. So we go take our shower, and I'm all hungover, and, you know, I'm trying to pound water. We're all just fucked up. You know, we have to get on the C-160 trans haul and fly down to South Camp, which is like a 2-hour flight. And then we had a rotation of new nurses coming in. And like literally, we were vomiting and farting and sweating alcohol. The whole fucking inside of the airplane stunk so bad they opened the fucking tailgate, and then the Italian pilots, you know, asked the nurses to go hang out with them. And those are the same pilots who burned their barracks down 3 times when I was there, those fuckers. Don't use a hot plate. So that was my drunken fucking stupor story, and I hope you like it. It could have been much worse. You know, the Fijians could have beat me down. But the next day when we left, I went to go get Crowley. I was a private first class. I'm like, what the fuck? Doesn't a sergeant have to go pick him up? I'm like, oh, you'll be all right. I walk in there. I just have to sign my name on a board, you know, on a fucking piece of paper, and they release Crowley to me, all lumped up, he had a knot over his head. He's walking out, and he's like, those fuckers are cold, man. It's fucking cold. He was fucking sore for months after that, but, you know, he's no worse for wear. He's still Crowley, a good guy. But anyway, there you are. That's one of my favorite drunken stupor stories. I'll probably tell you about the time we trashed a Madigan club in Fort Lewis. But that's a story for another night. You guys have a good evening.